time to test it, but I tested it this
Well,
morning.
why would you come on late on a good show like this?
It's a great show.
It
Mitch
is a
is
great
coming
show.
on with
You
no
don't think
visual.
you don't think it's a great show? Let's be professional. See, if it's your first time here, this is an amazing show, everybody. You have to subscribe. That's right. That little thing right underneath that doofus. And hit the bell to be reminded. And what the show, we do trending topics, what's going on in the world, but you only get a little bit of it because it's
I'm just here for the comments. I like the comments people write about me.
write the comment. And also, you know what? You give us 30 minutes, we'll give you the world. That's right. All on Coffee Talk this morning.
It's Coffee Talk with ADIKA. Nothing rhymes with that but chicken tikka. We name drop here with Stefan and all his friends.
Put your cups in the air. Put your fists. That's right. If you guys are just waking up this morning, it is live stream on YouTube. What is everybody doing? That's right. I just rolled out of bed. Look how good we look. You and me, Levitt. Look at us. Look at us. We're dressed nice.
I look good.
You look good?
I just realized I'm never going to lose my hair.
Well, congratulations.
I just realized that.
Why?
Because it can't happen. I'm 56 now. It's not going to ever happen. It's going to go all gray. It already is.
Yeah.
I dye it.
Yeah.
It's going to go like all white. But that's fine.
Yeah. I went the receding way. I'm like Jude Law, the actor, but it didn't go totally bald, but I still, hey, it's still, I still got it, not on feedback. Ooh, that's not good. That's something you made me unprofessional, but you know
look
what?
Like Christopher Walken. You got Christopher Walken's hairline.
Yeah, but at least there's hair. You know what I mean? At least I got hair. It's not totally like, Larry David style because that's like a sin.
Yeah, he should have gone all bald, but now it's his style because he's Larry David.
Yeah, it's a sin. But look, everybody's here. Let's look at the chat. Everybody's here. Thank everybody for being here. Good to see everybody. Corey's happy to see you. The kids here. Fabricia is here. Laura G is here. Donnell, Reverend Jenny's here. Laura G is here. Chris Pace. They're all coming in. They're coming in over here. Who else is over here? Let me look. I'm scrolling. I'm trying to find you guys over here. Abby's here. Good to see you. Everybody's over here. Steve, good to see you, Steve. Good morning, Steve. Good to see you. Detroit, everybody. Where's Debbie Muller? Somebody wake her up. Debbie, Teresa, good to see you. All righty. They're coming in. They're coming in here. So today, we got a couple of good things we could talk about, Leviton. Do you anything you want to talk about first? Ladies first.
Oh,
what's important? AH, good to see you.
I missed the Stones, and I really felt really badly because it was going to be the only time my daughter got to see them. But I didn't really think it was the greatest idea to take her to an indoor arena with 45,000 people without masks, screaming at the top of their lungs and singing. She got vaccinated yesterday, 3 days too late. Well, actually, no, because it needs to go a few weeks before it kicks in. And so I brought her to be vaccinated, and we missed everything. We missed my mom's 80th birthday. We missed, we're Jews, so we don't celebrate Christmas. Hanukkah is a bullshit holiday. Hanukkah is, by the way, for all you non-Jews out there, most of you, Hanukkah is not the Jewish Christmas. It's in fact, it's a holiday that would have fallen out of memory and off the calendar if it hadn't had coincided with Christmas. And the reason it's still around is because the Jews felt like, well, we need a Christmas.
Well, you know what?
so they grabbed onto this Hanukkah thing, which is a bullshit holiday.
Who told you this story?
That happened. I know it. I did stories on it. I talked to rabbis about it. It totally would have been forgotten. The whole gift giving on Hanukkah thing, that is
7 days.
Not what Hanukkah is about. No, it's not what Hanukkah is about at all. That's just Hanukkah trying to compete with Christmas and doing it really badly. There's no competition with Christmas.
Well, they didn't get a good Kris Kringle. We get
Hanukkah Harry. Hanukkah Harry. What the hell is that? I like there should be a Hanukkah poo, like a Christmas poo.
It's kind of going to be get very Jewish here, but let's talk. We had our friend, we had a couple of friends. We have sneaky friends coming in today. Okay.
They're all Jewish.
They're
Stefan,
all
you only hire Jewish.
Charles, Mitch. Think about it. It's a Jew, but Brian Epstein was Jewish.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that all you can hire is Jewish people. You are completely discriminating against Christians. There are no Jews on your show today.
I
I mean, no Christians.
I didn't want that to happen. Dr. G, I didn't tell him to get sick.
Oh, Dr. G is a Christian. That's good.
Is he? I don't know what he is.
Well, no. He's like me. He doesn't practice anything, but I think he was born Christian.
I don't know, but
anyway, my Judar doesn't go off with Dr. G.
I gotta do a quick reminder, everybody out there, if you're listening to us, also you can download us on Spotify, iHeart, iApple. Our podcast is growing. We're growing. It's getting big. Leventon, I even don't know. I'm not a good Jew. Remember, I do things wrong. I can't even spell synagogue, and I can't even say it. But every Sunday, 12 p.m., we got the Synagogue of Rock and Roll on YouTube. Talking Wax, 12 p.m. We upload new videos. But yeah, check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart. We're all over the place. You can listen to this episode, full episodes of all the shows. All over there. All right. Let's bring this guy over here. This guy's a celebrity. He's been on Broadway.
He's
big
superstar.
Mitch Weissman is in the house. Mitch, you're looking good today. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm looking great. There's no pictures at all.
Mitch, we like the circle. You're looking good. I'm glad you dressed up because we got Charles is coming on the show. Part 2. Charles has a book out. You guys remember we were talking to him about his book. Well, his book is out. The book of top 10 horror list. That's right. Monsters, celebrities, actors, athletes, and rock stars. Everybody's in the book. But the problem is, Mitch, how come you're not in the book? What's going on, Mitch?
Mitch, you're bigger than a lot of people in that book.
What happened? How come you're not?
He wrote that book before he asked me to be involved in the next one, the Beatles list one.
But did he write that book and say that to like Lugosi's granddaughter or like who else is in the celeb? Hey, Charles, good to see you, Charles.
Hey guys, we have to do a separate show called the Beatles Minions.
There it is, book of top 10 horror lists.
Mitch Weissman.
Stefan, what happened to the overlay picture you were going to put here?
I'm going to get there. We're going to get there. Look, Mitch is now not only is he a guest, he's a producer. Don't you like overlay picture in there? I like the circle moving.
I like the bouncing circle.
I like the bouncing circle.
Okay, let's leave it. You know what? I'm a voice. I'm a voice on the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, Mitch, when you got something important to say, Mitch.
Spock's brain.
I am calling you from the outer limits.
Mitch,
I will return control of your TV set. Yeah. Spock's brain, right?
If you guys don't know Mitch Weissman,
another
Weissman
Jewish
the
guy.
The original Beatlemania Paul McCartney. Mitch, I remember when they would do commercials. I remember watching you do Yesterday on Wonderama. Go ahead, sing one. Go sing. Sing me Yesterday for 1 second. Let me see the ball.
It's too early. It's too early for this. And I'm trying
He's
to be
not
quiet
performing
and wake up my wife.
I just want to see the circle bounce. I want to see the circle bounce and his wife come out and hit him with a man and really disrupt the whole screen.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away.
That's all right. It's going to get better. It's awesome. Charles, you're here. The book of top 10 horror list. It's a wonderful book. We're talking about it Monday, but now we're here. You put a lot of musicians in there, right?
Yeah. But it's probably a third are musicians.
Yeah, Mitch Weissman, you didn't get the call.
Call for the next one.
I think you started. Right.
All right. I want to thank. There's some super chats. Thank you guys for supporting me because I know I'm sorry. I just need your love. But Cooking with the Kid, buy Corey something nice for Hanukkah. Thank you, Cooking with the Kid. Steve, always a pleasure. Add this to Jeff's LOL. Thank you very much, Steve, for that. I appreciate the support, helping us grow the channel. And let's go talk about the book of horror list. We're having a good conversation about it at the end. It's celebrities' top 10 favorite movies. Mitch, you didn't get the
movies and themes, other themes,
themes too. Okay. Let's be polite to Mitch. Charles, now you can make it better.
Mitch, what would be your favorite horror movie if you were in the book?
I like Plan 9 from outer space. You mentioned that yesterday.
the full screen.
I'm gone now.
Hold on. Hold
I
on.
love it. I'm the full screen. I love that.
So let me tell you guys, there's an index which lists the films. And two other people picked Plan 9 from Outer Space. Walter Egan, the musician Walter Egan.
I love
and
Walter. Walter's a
and
friend. Yeah,
and Greg Hawkes from the Cars. Both
that's
of them
funny.
both of them chose Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Do you
Oh,
remember,
my God.
Charles, the movie It, The Terror from Beyond Space?
Of course, we saw it on Chiller Theater growing up.
Yep, that was one of my favorite ones also. What's the one where they had like what looked like octopuses climbing up to the ski chalet? Do you remember that one?
I remember the scene, but I don't remember the movie.
It was Forrest Tucker was the star. That's pretty funny.
Corey, what's the matter, Corey?
The funniest thing I've ever seen.
I'm gonna come in as the speaking dot every week. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! So, Mitch, you didn't give us the whole list. We got to hear. My eyes are tearing from you this morning, Mitch.
What was
No
God?
one-
I can't remember any titles now. I can't remember. I
was
love
the-
the
it was-
Wolfman.
It was The Crawling Eye. Was the one.
That's the one. Thank you,
Forrest-
Charles, for looking that up. Thank you. That used to scare the hell out of me. It was on what's Channel 9 had that they
Chiller
used to play.
Chiller Theater.
No, it was in the daytime in New York. They used to play like for a week you'd see King Kong. For a week you'd see Godzilla.
$1 Million Movie.
That's the one. That's the one. That's great.
$1 Million Movie. Bride of Frankenstein was one of my favorites. Mitch, you made my eyes tear. Thank you very much for the laughters, Mitch. Debbie, thank you. This is why we all love this show. We love you, Debbie. Thank you. Oh God. So, Mitch, you don't have a top 10 theme or something, or you're just gonna spend the whole 30 minutes. We're supposed to give them the world. And
No.
This is why.
Well, you didn't tell me you were going to do this, or I would have made up a list. That's fine. No problem.
I mean, this is why he didn't get the book. You didn't have it together when you probably, you upset Charles.
I got to Broadway, and then when they wanted me to do more after it, I couldn't get it together. That's all.
All right. All right.
There's 9 other actually Beatle related people in the book. Pete Best, John Lennon's sister, Tony.
Yes, I
Brown.
watched it. I watched it the other day. It's great. I love it. I loved it.
Charles,
Good
don't
interview,
you think
Charles.
that
Good
calling
interview.
don't you think that calling Pete Best Beatle related is a little bit of an insult?
Yeah, huh? Charles, tell us about this.
So it's funny because when I promo the book, I say inside there's a Karloff, there's a Beatle, there's a monkey,
Yeah.
and then people look it up. Where's Paul McCartney? Where's Mitch Weissman? And they look for a real Beatle, and they do get.
Hold that book up. Let everybody see the book for a second. Show the book. Show us the pictures. Let's see the pictures. There has to be a picture of Mitch somewhere in that book. Come on.
This is me in character.
That's you in character. Okay.
No,
welcome.
the best here. You'll love this. You will. Corey's gonna get a kick out of this. This is me as a kid in the Bronx with my monster models.
Oh yeah, the Aurora monster.
But look at the back. There's a Beatles poster on the wall.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great.
Sums
We
me
all
up right there. Sums it
So
up.
We
which
all
wait,
have a
hold on,
similar
hold that
picture.
picture. So I see in there you have Frankenstein. It looks like is it the mummy right there?
The mummy there. Yeah.
Okay, you have it's hard to see. Is that the Godzilla in the back,
There's a
straight back there?
Godzilla, yeah.
Is that
He
the
was
creature
easy.
from the Black Lagoon?
There's a creature from the Black Lagoon, and I don't
That's
know
one of
who
my
the other-
favorites too. Yeah.
So what year is that picture? Would you say?
No, had to be 1980.
You're right.
No, that's
According to our LinkedIn.
that's a great one.
1980. That's great.
That's a great one. So
It was.
let me go check out what's going on. Mitch Weissman, I remember going to see Beatlemania and Beefsteak Charlie's after the show. So what's going on? They're using the ad for the Broadway show now for something. What are they doing? You were saying-
Yeah, I got called. I got a Facebook message on my other page, which I almost didn't see because I never go visit that page. And I hate switching profiles. It's such a pain in the ass. On my phone, they make me re-sign in. So yeah, this woman who works for the Metropolitan Transportation Society, Association, Authority, contacted me and said we were reusing or redoing the campaign they had for the subway campaign in '78, the only way to get to the theaters.
Mhm.
And they had Reed Shelton from Annie, you had Carol Channing, you had all these stars that starred Broadway shows, including my friend Alan LaBeouf, who was the third Beatlemania on Broadway. in a subway ad that showed all of these stars in a subway car, ostensibly going to the theater. So she said, we wanted to know if you were around so we could interview you. If you're in New York. I said, no. As a matter of fact, though, it was Alan LaBeouf. So the campaign apparently came out today because people have been sending me pictures of the new Broadway people on a subway car and the old picture of all those stars from 1978.
I don't even know who Alan LaBeouf is. Dude, there are only two famous people who ever played in Beatlemania, and that's you and Marshall Crenshaw. That's it.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I am giving credit to where credit is due. Alan did make the ad because I was touring in either California, LA, or in Chicago at the time when the ad was produced.
You know what's so good about Mitch? It's like talking to your like a senile uncle that comes to your dinner for Hanukkah. He's like, yeah, well, me and Alan LaBeouf, like nobody knows. Like I don't remember me. The only Beatlemania guy I used to see was Mitch on Kids of People 2. Mitch with the guitar singing.
Joni Loves Chachi.
Joni Loves Chachi. Mitch with Larry David on Fridays. But Alan LaBeouf, what's
LaBeouf? Yes,
LaBeouf. See LaBeouf. I don't even know. Charles, you know Alan?
I do. He still plays McCartney in touring groups.
Oh, he still does.
Yeah, but Mitch was.
Hold on.
But Mitch was the face of Beatlemania. It doesn't matter.
He still plays McCartney? What?
He does.
What old McCartney now he plays?
He wears makeup.
No, it's sad. It's what we now do what John Lennon said he never wanted to do: perform Beatles songs after his 40s or 50s. Yeah. So now you have 60-plus-year-old guys squeezing into those black suits. Which my black suits now look like sausage casings.
That is funny. I gotta ask you. You know what I'm curious about? Yesterday I got somebody that reached out to me. They want to use one of the interviews I did with Bob Daisley, and I did it from Ozzy Osbourne.
I'm channeling him right now, except his picture was up, right?
Bob Daisley. So they want to use a clip for Randy Rhoads thing, and I was like, "Wow, somebody wants to use something of mine." That's right, people. I'm getting there. That's right. See, you people stick with me, you good people out there. But anyway, they represent Stephen Dorff, and I gotta get him on the show. He played Stuart Sutcliffe. Stephen Dorff was an actor. He played Stuart Sutcliffe in the movie Backbeat. There's not much about Stuart we know. Everything is like Jesse James photographs. They're all blurry, and there's not a lot about him. Charles, do you know a lot about Stu?
Well, Astrid was interviewed about him a lot. Astrid filled in a lot of blanks.
Yeah.
What we don't know.
Pauline did as well, yeah.
What we don't know is that the relationship between John and Stu that well, because neither of them talked about it much when they were alive.
Right. Yeah. There's more artwork left over from Stu than there are photos of him, believe it or not.
Really? So he had a lot of artwork that was in the attic wherever he was painting, right?
I own, I don't know where it is now, but I own a Stuart Sutcliffe portrait on his entrance to the Liverpool Art Institute.
Oh, wow.
It's a picture of Christ on the cross. Pretty amazing. I got it at a Sotheby's auction, the same auction where they were auctioning off John Lennon's Rolls Royce. I went with Ian McDonald, and we were bidding on things in the back, and I got that painting.
Wow,
Ian McDonald, the author who did the other Ian McDonald from the band,
the creator of one of the co-founders of Foreigner and King Crimson.
Right.
By Oakley. You know what? Wow, that's pretty interesting. I mean, Pauline, did she just pass away? Pauline's sister.
I think they're both gone. Yeah, I think Pauline's gone and Astrid are both gone. Yeah.
Astrid passed away. Yeah. So you had a chance, Charles, to have a conversation with Pauline.
Yeah, well, she would show up at some Liverpool conventions, and we'd always do the Beetle Tours to Liverpool. Yeah. So she was good with fans. Astrid was tough.
She was tough, Astrid. How come?
Not the friendliest,
Really?
Very, very German and very, very uptight. Better with women than guys. She was tough.
Really? See, Astrid. Wow. Did she have the short hair, or long hair when you?
Always butch short hair, cut very short. Yeah.
Did she have a guy in her life after Stu, or did she ever remarry?
I think so.
He knows these things, Leviton. I want to know about this.
Stefan wants to know if she was a lesbian.
I'm not saying that. I'm not.
I know you're going around it
because the butch cut and all. Yeah,
you think she
better with ladies than guys. I don't know. I don't know her sexual proclivity. I have no idea.
Charles, you handle all the Liverpool, you handle all these big Beatle conventions and tours. You met a lot of people connected to the Beatles, right? I got to ask you a real serious question. Mitch, don't laugh so much. We don't want the ball to be moving around.
Of course not. I'll just I'll murmur a bit. Yeah.
It's like your heart beating. It's the heartbeat of the show. Mitch Weissman. He has to come on all the time like
Charles.
this.
This
I
is
gotta show
great,
you.
actually.
Look, can you see
Let's
this?
see
It's a picture of Pauline and Astrid together.
Oh, that's a great picture.
Oh,
Hold
that's
on.
great.
Yeah.
She does look tough.
She looks tough, but she looks really pretty.
Yeah.
She was very pretty.
She was very pretty. Looks like a model. How old do you think she is in that picture, Charles?
60s, maybe pushing 70. Yeah.
Wow, she looks amazing. Charles, did any of these Beatle connected ladies ever hit on you? You're like, oh, maybe I should.
No.
Be honest here. Are you married, Charles?
I'm married. Of course, I'm married. Yes.
You're married, huh? So May Pang never tried to hit on you, nothing like that, right? Nothing.
No, May Pang and I spent a great week together in Japan. We brought over a few bands. We were doing a Beatles convention there. I think it was the first Beatles convention ever in Japan. She came over and we had a great time, and it was just a fun social event. But no, there was never any relationships.
If you were single, would you do May Pang?
Maybe in those days. Yeah. Maybe when Mitch was playing my conventions and May Pang was the guest in those days, but he got everyone then, so I couldn't.
So Mitch,
Oh,
did
God.
you ever hit on anything with you and May Pang, Mitch? I want to know.
No. May was a sweetheart, and I think I was I in a relationship at the time? It's funny. We went to go see Julian Lennon one night in New York when he was playing. I forgot what theater. I was late from a Beatle Fest band rehearsal. Got in there, and I was saying hello to May up in the balcony and standing under a light, overhead light. And Jules from the stage goes, "Good to see you made it, Mitch." And the whole audience started laughing because I knew who it was, which was a nice compliment. But I got him later. That's right.
See,
but
Mitch,
May was great. She's a sweetheart. I still talk with her. I'm sorry you don't, but I still talk with her. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I want to get May on the show. See, Charles is laughing. Mitch, Beatlemania, you McCartney, you hung out with Andy Warhol, Michael Jackson, all the big names. Mitch, who is a famous celebrity? No, there's a lot of people. Who was a famous celebrity that a woman, your wife is sleeping right now. We're not gonna see the circle bounce crazy. Who was a famous woman that maybe you could have had and you just didn't close the deal and God, she wanted me. Come on, tell us.
God, I haven't thought about that in years. Let's keep talking and I'll see what comes. I'll never forget I'm doing the show on Broadway.
This guy remembers everything about Peter Noon falling down on a step or Mickey Dolenz dropping a drumstick, but he can't remember about some
Yoko.
It may come to me as we're talking, but I'll never forget when I was doing the Broadway show and I came outside to see my father at the stage door after the show. And this beautiful woman, older woman, it's funny how when you're reading Playboy in high school, when the girl's 22, wow, that's a woman. So this woman about 30 something comes by and looks at me and looks at my father and says, "Excuse me, can I talk to your son for a second?" She goes, comes in, leans in and gives me this huge kiss, like, holy crap. And then she says, "Thank you," and walks away. And my father looks at me and goes, "Are you sure you want to get married?"
Wow. So that's the only girl you remembered from back in the day.
And I remember that girl exactly, but I can't remember the celebrity.
Yeah. See,
there were more famous girls from the China Club days than there were in the Beatlemania days.
Yeah. Okay. So there wasn't much going on. Yeah. Were you just nervous? You just didn't. I mean, there had to have been some action. You're in a Broadway show.
I was married then too, so I wasn't. I wasn't looking to graze. Yeah.
God, is your ex-wife? Is she still with us? Is she still here around?
She's still here, and she's actually nearer to you. She actually lives close to you. Yeah.
Send her this episode. Let her know what a good.
Lesbian?
Is she like? What's that, Corey?
Is Mitch's ex-wife a lesbian?
Oh, stop
No.
it. Be nice, Corey.
No, I
That's
did. I
rude.
didn't turn her to the other side. No.
All right. The ball's hypnotizing. Okay, you can't get no dirt out of Mitch, but we tried. Thank you, Mitch. So what's going on with the Beetle Tours now with the whole thing going around the world? Are you still active with it, Charles? What's going on?
Been doing them since '83 and skipped the past 2 years. So the people who reserved for 2020 and 2021, we rolled over their reservations, and hopefully we're going next year. Beatle Week happens every August in Liverpool. So it went on this year, even though we didn't go.
Yeah.
They still had an event, but we'll go next year.
Yeah, I want to do one. I would like to do a vlog, a Beatles one with. I'd like to get us to go together it would be a lot of fun and laughter if we could make this work out.
I would go.
I would do it, huh?
Corey, you've never been?
I would.
Never
I would
been?
do
No,
it if you're
I
inviting
have.
me. I'll go.
We went to Beetle City and took the Magical Mystery Tour bus around. That was actually awesome. But I love it, I would do it again.
Yeah, there's a question for Corey right here. Hold on. We'll take some questions from the audience. Let's see. Corey?
No, I was just making fun of Stefan asking a lesbian question and doing a callback. We professional humorists call it a callback.
Yeah. Any questions you got there in the chat? Come on, let's go. I see you guys out there. Put them up here. If you want a question about the horror book, let's talk about this. This is a funny conversation. I want to go. I want to document all these great stories, and whoever's surviving from Beetle World, from these people, from May Pang to, well, I know John's sister passed away. She passed away.
No,
she's
no.
still. Oh, she's still, Stu's sister passed away. John's sister. I would love to get all these
Klaus
stories.
Vormin.
Klaus Vormin is a major one.
He's the big one.
He's hard to get.
He's an elusive interview. But he's great. He's absolutely great.
For everybody that don't know, Klaus Vormin was friends with Astrid. Early Hamburg days of the Beatles, Astrid was Stu Sutcliffe's girlfriend, turned into be his girlfriend. Stu was John's best friend, played bass, but he never really did play bass.
Sure he did. Well, not back then, right. Stu, you mean? I thought you meant...
Stu Sutcliffe. But what happened to the bass, Stu's original bass? Does anybody know? That Hofner hollow body bass, it was so cool.
Probably sold in a Sotheby's auction. It's probably in a Planet Hollywood or a Hard Rock Cafe somewhere.
Really.
Yeah, it could be.
So on the Beetle Tours, Charles, who are you in touch with these days? Anybody?
Well, mostly John Lennon's sister Julia Baird, because she's still around and she's a great friend. She actually gave us an amazing list for the book. When I asked her, I told her I wanted, her top 10 list for the horror book. She says, Charles, I've never watched I hate horror movies. And I said, well, I want you to be part of it. She goes, I want to be part of it. There's a picture of Julia.
Oh, there she is.
Now, Julia is the daughter of John's mom, Julia, and that Dykens guy, right?
Absolutely right. And so guess what she comes up with? She comes up with, and it's the largest chapter in the book. It's like a collegiate thesis. It's amazing, like a master's degree work. She did the horror elements of Shakespeare's works.
Wow.
I love that.
It's the biggest chapter of the book.
Very clever. Very clever.
Brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. What is she like, Julia?
She's very brilliant. And she's very great with the fans. She's sort of like an ambassador now, not only to the Cavern Club, but the Strawberry Field Orphanage, which reopened as a museum and a visitors section. So she's very, very important to Liverpool and to the fans now, because she's a real representative, an ambassador.
She's kind of the last of the Mohicans, would you say, of that?
Absolutely, yeah. There's no other really. There's not many siblings left. Certainly, all the people who surrounded the Beatles and were involved in their management team and inner circle are gone, except for Tony Bramwell, Ivor Davis. There's only a handful, and then there's the offspring who are still with us, but they'll never have anything to do with anything Beatle related. Julian's a perfect example.
Julian won't touch it, huh? He won't.
No.
Let's see this one.
Julian always sends his best whenever you're talking with him about Beatles.
Didn't Julian try to get all of his father's collectibles from the years, buy them back? He was collecting.
I think he got a lot of it.
Certainly a fair amount, but it was weird that he had to actually buy it, and go through all the rigmarole of actually acquiring it. Some of it was probably deservedly partially his, but
that's sad.
It was a fight. Yeah, it was a real chore to get it.
But he keeps a tight relationship with Sean, and he's probably respectful to Yoko because whatever problems it's all under water under the bridge now.
It is. It is. At the time,
Yes,
it was
yeah.
very stressful, but right now it's, yeah, thank goodness it's all on great terms. And Sean and Julian, are brothers in every sense of the word.
They're close. I mean, what kind of relationship did John's sister and John have with each other, Julia?
Not very close. If he would visit, they'd be in touch. I think when Yoko came to visit, they met and all that. But it was more estranged than tight. It's interesting because there's a similar relationship with Paul's stepmom Angie, who's still alive in her 90s.
Oh,
and his
really?
sister Ruth.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Ruth. Yeah.
Wonderful people, and they keep the flame alive too. I mean, they really care about the Beatles spirit and the Beatles legacy and all that. And there's great pictures of Paul with Ruth as a kid, and Ruth has great memories of Lennon and all that. But it was those degrees of separation, which they weren't hanging out every Hanukkah or Christmas.
Julia was part of the second family that that Julia Lennon had, and Julia the child was very much younger, and when John was rebuilding his relationship with his mom, and found out that she lived just a couple miles away, she was around for that, but that's about it.
So Julia, when Lennon was little, he was living with his Aunt Mimi. That's Julia's sister, correct? Was Aunt Mimi
Correct.
the sister? So
Right.
did Julia have a connection? Where was Julia living at that point? I mean, little Julia, I'm talking about.
Couple miles away.
With her mom Julia, not far away, right?
Oh, so John didn't live with Julia.
No,
John lived with his aunt
right, Aunt Mimi, yeah.
when she was alive. John's mother, Julia. Now, why? How come? Right? Correct? Am I right on this?
Very strange, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how come. What was that all about? I guess we'll never know, huh? So Aunt
Well,
Mimi
no,
was.
we know. Mimi decided. Mimi didn't think that Julia was a fit mom, and Julia didn't put up too much of an argument.
So she just. Oh, you take John. I'll take little Julia.
It's a bigger story, but that kind of sums it up. Corey, that's pretty accurate, right? Julia was a freestyle, free living, she wasn't
Free spirit,
a woman of the day. Yeah. And Aunt Mimi was a lot stricter and said, John needs a stricter home life. Yeah.
So was there ever books written that went hard about Little John's world, Lennon's world, about like this, or just paragraphs?
Of course there were, but what's really interesting is Julia's book. There's 2 or 3 of them, and one of them is really great. I think there was a movie based on it, but it changed a lot of it. But yeah, if you can get Julia's book, it's just tells the whole thing.
Yeah, what an interesting story. And so how many years apart is
Nowhere Boy was the movie. The only problem with that movie was it showed Lennon punching out McCartney, which never happened.
It never happened.
Well, there's supposedly a lot of things that did happen because Julia disowned the book. I mean, disowned the movie. She
disowned the movie.
See, you know what about Charles? He knows more. I could tell right now by talking with him. And Mitch, you look him in the eyes, Mitch.
I'm looking.
Look, you're looking. Okay, yeah, look, Mitch. Look,
I'm looking.
Just look. Okay, look.
I'm actually eating a sandwich. No,
Charles knows a lot more what's going on, Corey, but he doesn't want to say because he keeps.
You always say that when I'm on the. You always say that on your.
I could tell. Or you have this look. You talk, but he talks around the circles.
Well, the Beatles is your and I's obsession, Stefan, but it's also his business. So he knows more than us.
Look, now you got serious face. Let's see who's in the chat here. Cooking with the Kid.
Kenny
B, good to see you. Deb Smith, Carla, everybody's here. Debbie Muller. Okay, any Beatle questions before we get out there? Anything you want to know, people? Throw it out here. Throw it out. Charles and Mitch will answer them. Ask any question.
I'm looking at Mitch's eyes.
My eyes are lighting up.
He still has McCartney's eyes.
He does have beautiful eyes, Mitch. You still look good, and Mitch has a love. You know what, Mitch and Corey got great hair. You know what? Corey, you and Mitch probably would do a great episode. Derek Sherinian and Stefan, I am here. The legendary Derek Sherinian.
Derek.
Derek
is here.
Derek?
I don't think I've ever met Derek. No, but I like his work.
You guys have a connection. You guys both are part of the Kiss family tree. Mitch, you got to play on Kiss's records, and so did Derek Sherinian.
Wow.
Did you know that?
I knew about Derek. I don't think many people knew that I actually played on those records. which is
Didn't
fun.
you
They know I
also
wrote the songs.
didn't you also write some of the songs on the solo?
Yeah, I wrote some songs, 4 different songs for 2 different albums, and I'm playing bass on one song, one of the songs I wrote. So Gene was off doing Runaway, and I played the bass part on Murder in High Heels, and I played it wrong in my own song. By the time they recorded it, I forgot the riff. So John Beauvoir had to come in and play the bass part.
That is funny, Mitch Weissman. See that? There's a little tail over there. There's a little.
And
tail.
I played some guitar on Get All You Can Take, which is the big bombastic, almost Led Zeppelin-esque song that I wrote.
Yeah,
with Paul. Yeah.
Mitch, we got a question right here. Ron Davis has a question over here. Can you see that? Patty, is she involved with the Beatles fan clubs? Ron Davis has a personal question to Charles.
Patty
Boyd probably means.
Boyd. So she's come to conventions. She's published books. She's really great, but she's not involved with the fan clubs, but she's been to the Liverpool convention. She's been to conventions in the States. Whenever she has a book out is when she probably does most of the convention appearances, so she can do book signings.
Yeah, we were lucky to get her sister Jenny Boyd on here, but and
great
Corey,
guest.
Great guest she was, and Corey almost chased her away. Sang
I did. I sang Jennifer Juniper to her, and she could not have been more unhappy about that.
Kenny B. Look at Kenny B. Thank you so much. Great show today, and guess that's a big thank you to Kenny B. for the love and support. What a nice guy.
Thank you, Kenny.
Thank you for that. You know what, everybody, in the links, please check out Book of Top 10 Horror List. We have it in the book, in the description right there. It's a great gift. Christmas is coming around. Mitch is not in this book, but you know what? Other people are in this book. Connected to the Beatles, right here. The Book of Top 10. Hey, is Peter Noon in the book?
He's not, but you know what? I think someone picked the Beatlemania movie as one of the top 10 scariest films of all time.
That's funny.
I love that. I would agree. I would agree with that. You're 100% right.
I thought Beatlemania was a great movie. Oh, before we stop, Les Fratkin, who played George, he has a new song, and I saw on Facebook. I thought he sounded pretty good.
I didn't see it yet. He sent me the link, but I didn't see it yet. No.
I think he sounds good. Let me tell you, I love Beatlemania. I love the show. I love the music. I have to play Bill still. It's one of the first Broadway shows I've seen. Mitch,
was Les wearing John Lennon's glasses in that video?
He was wearing the Lennon glasses. We have to have. There's so much more I want to talk about now with Beatles. It's that witching hour. We're past the 30 minutes. We're supposed to go on. We all have to go on with our day. But I love bringing Mitch. You got to come back with Charles. Charles, I could go on forever. I can make this show all about Beatle questions. I just seen him. There he was. Yeah, Mitch. Please just.
I'm coming back for the end.
Give us a
It won't stay on.
Everybody, another fun show.
There I am.
Everybody,
Hi,
give
gang.
a big hello to everybody. Mitch Weissman is here. Oh, this is beautiful. Look. Oh, it's Beatlemania all over again. Look, yes, he's here. This is great. That is amazing, Leventon. That was great. Oh my goodness, everybody!
Follow the bouncing head.
Thumbs up, everybody! Please give us a thumbs up. I hope we made your morning good. And you know what? These are two great guests that we have here, Charles and Mitch, favorite of the show, and always my co-pilot, Mr. Corey Leventon.
I've known them both since I was 15.
You know what? Debbie says, great
That's
show
right.
over here. Look at everybody's loving the show today, you guys. Look at this. These people are great. You guys are great out there. Look at this. Everybody's loving this, okay? Even Deb Smith says hi to Mitch.
Deb
Everybody's
Smith, hi,
loving
Deb.
this.
How are you, Deb?
Yeah,
Hi.
this is a great day. Wonderful guests. Great. Everybody will be back Monday, 7 a.m. I'd like to do this a couple more days. Let's get this crowd. Let's get this ship rolling that I could make this show happen. Thank you very much.
We could do a Beatles YouTube show because there aren't enough of those.
You know what?
Yeah,
we need to do a beat. We need it. Okay. First of all, you know what's good about cooking with the kid? He doesn't know much about rock and roll. He's a fantastic cook. He makes a mean popcorn, but his Beatles is Beatlemania, the Broadway show. I love Beatlemania because Mitch is such a great guy. I listened to the album after we met Mitch. See this?
Thank you.
He thinks
Thank
you
you.
wrote yesterday. Isn't that beautiful? Look what you did over there. Okay, everybody. We're going to get out of here. It is that morning. Corey Leventon, anything you want to promote, push, or, tell anybody about?
My shirt.
All right. It's a nice shirt.
I have one of those.
Charles, your book is out. Tell everybody where they could get it right now.
They can get it from the website www.bookoftop10horrorlists.com or from Amazon.
All right. I want to thank everybody for your love and support. Please find us on Spotify, Apple Podcast. You can look up Artists on Record or Coffee ADIKA Live. We're everywhere. If you can't watch us here, watch us over there. I appreciate the love and support. For right now, kids, we are out of here. It is that time of day that we got to do things. But thank you for the super chats. We love you. We will see you Monday, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please come back. Mwah! And thumbs up. Bam.
It's coffee talk with the Tika. Nothing rhymes with that but chicken tikka. We name drop here with Stefan and all his friends.
And also check out
We're still here.
metalpet.com. Check the vitamins and check all the good stuff up. And hope, Dr. G, you're feeling better. We love you, everybody. And click on something below that will pop up and check it out. Until then, we'll see you later. Mitch, Charles, and Corey's little doggy. Very cute. Let's see the doggy right there. Pop that doggy up. Aw, bye, everybody. We love you.